Mission Express. A warm welcome to our brand new season of the conversation, the talk that matters, here on your number one digital channel, Mission Express. My name is Willie Gwatimba. We link with you across the world via different social media platforms on WhatsApp, SoundCloud, Telegram, and many others, straight from our transmission portal here in Harare. Feel free to send us your views and comments on any of our topics and even the topics that you may suggest. Write us or send us a voice message on +263 775 308 145. Thank you once again for joining us on this opening episode of Season 2 of the Conversation Talk That Matters here on Mission Express. And of course, a big thank you to our sponsors who make it possible for us to continue doing this work financially. And many thanks as well to those who always pray for this ministry to prosper. May the good Lord continue to bless you more and more abundantly. The coronavirus 2019, now known as Covid-19, has since reached pandemic status, disturbing most of the population worldwide. Local health authorities have recommended the implementation of a variety of containment and mitigation strategies, such as social distance, quarantine, widespread lockdown measures, among others. Although crucial, such strategies may lead to several associated physical, mental, and psychological health distress. The disruption of daily routine may cause unintended consequences, such as making it challenging for individuals and families to maintain a healthy lifestyle, quality of life, and well-being. Our topic today is COVID-19, the power of lifestyle medicine. And my guest today on the conversation is none other than Dr. Alaisa Mbiriri. Dr. Mbiriri is a specialist in lifestyle medicine and preventive health. Glad to have you, Doc, and you can greet the listeners.
Greetings everyone, and hello to our dear viewers wherever you are. My name is Dr. Alaisa Mbiriri. I'm a public health specialist. I've majored in preventive health and lifestyle medicine. I hope you are all well and we are safe. Please stay safe wherever you are, and yes, stay blessed.
Thank you, Doc, for the warm salutations. Now, looking back in retrospect, COVID-19 pushed us through the year 2020, albeit at a lower magnitude, but now here we are in 2021. It seems it has really intensified. The pace at which it is now spreading and claiming life is now very alarming. What do you make of these developments, considering the level of desperation now characterizing humankind in face of this deadly disease?
You know, when the coronavirus started, we thought, okay, this thing is going to hit us for a certain period of time, for a short time. When we went into the first lockdown, we thought, okay, after the 3 weeks, we are going to go back to work, things are going to return to normal. But alas, things have actually gone worse than we anticipated. But of course, when I looked back in history, when I used to teach epidemiology, a public health course, the pandemics that have been there before, you see, they will stretch for 2 to 4 years. So when coronavirus hit, when it was declared a pandemic, the first thing in my mind was I thought of the previous pandemics that were there in history, that I've taught about, that I've read on. I just say to myself, I hope this is not going to take us this long periods of time. And I was like, okay, even that time, they did not have much of the technology that we have. They did not have much of the much of the medicine that we now have. I'm sure this can be dealt with in a short time. Unfortunately, that has not been the case. We are in it. Up to now, we have gotten into a second wave of coronavirus. Infection rates here in Africa have increased, they've doubled, they've tripled. The number of deaths have skyrocketed. And it is a time that we need to make good choices. Coronavirus, the way we are managing coronavirus is based on the individual choices that you're making. With this second wave, with the way that this coronavirus is behaving and to where we are at now, it is important for each and every person to realize that the choice you make directly affects your health and the health of everyone around you. And this would lead to health or death. You cannot control the behavior of others, but you can always choose to do what is right. When I look into the Bible, you see Adam and Eve, God created them with a power of choice. God gave them the tree that they were not supposed to eat. It was in the garden, and they were supposed to exercise their free will of choice. Adam and Eve chose to eat that fruit, and the consequence was death. The consequence was they were driven out of the garden. If you're to ask Adam and Eve, why did you get out of the garden? It was because of their choice. It was not because of God's will. Sometimes we ascribe some consequences to God's will and God's timing and God's this, when it is because of our poor choices. Let us make good choices. This is the time not to make selfish choices. This is the time to make choices which are good for you and good for others.
That's a strong emphasis on the power of choice, seeing how my choice and your choice can actually have a strong bearing on the lives of others. So we just need to be careful with our decision making. Now the aim of our discussion here is to see how best can we cope with this pandemic from a lifestyle point of view. Yourself, you are a lifestyle medicine specialist. Tell us, what is lifestyle medicine and how relevant it is in this big COVID-19 pandemic?
Lifestyle medicine is the use of evidence-based lifestyle therapeutic interventions. These, we use them to treat, to prevent, and often to reverse chronic diseases. So you see, the focus of lifestyle medicine, it's primarily on the prevention, treatment, and reversal of chronic diseases. Chronic diseases are the diseases such as your diabetes mellitus, hypertension, the different types of cancers. So you're looking at treating, reversing, and prevention of chronic disease using lifestyle modalities, and this will be your primary way of treating. These lifestyle modalities include issues of diet, a whole foods plant-based diet, issues of exercising, getting the adequate exercise, issues of rest, issues of stress management, avoiding substances that are oftenly abused, such as alcohol, tobacco, and other substances that are abused. So lifestyle medicine comes at the foundation of conventional medicine. It supports conventional medicine when someone is using medication and procedures to treat disease. For lifestyle medicine, I'm coming at addressing the root cause of disease. I'll give you an example. If I have a leaking bucket, it's under a tap, running water, and someone comes to mop the water which is leaking from that bucket, that I will look at it as the conventional medicine. Now, when it is lifestyle medicine, I'm coming to close the tap. In as much as mopping the water which is already overflowing is good, lifestyle medicine comes to close the tap, the source of the water. The lifestyle medicine comes to address the source of the problem through behavioral change, through lifestyle changes. So in line with this whole COVID-19 pandemic, lifestyle medicine will come as a way of, if you're eating right, if you're exercising, if you're managing your stress, you are strengthening your immune system. So if you have a strong immune system, your chances of surviving coronavirus infection are higher than someone who doesn't have a strong immune system. Looking at the cycle of the coronavirus, it develops through different stages. It progresses through different stages. So lifestyle medicine may help you to prevent the progression of the disease from the stage 1 to stage 3. Like, these are the different stages of coronavirus. So someone who has a strong immune system, even if you are going to be infected by coronavirus, but your chances of dying from that disease are lower because you have a strong immune system. This happens with all viral infections. Viral infections, you fight them with a strong immune system. That's why we do not have specific treatment or medication for coronavirus. What the body relies mainly on is a strong immune system. So lifestyle medicine, practicing the principles of lifestyle medicine, they help you to strengthen your immune system, which becomes handy when you get infected with coronavirus.
Now, just to remind you that you are tuned into the conversation, Talk That Matters, here on your #1 digital channel, Mission Express. Our topic is COVID-19, the power of lifestyle medicine. And helping me with this discussion is none other than Dr. Alaisa Mbiriri, an expert in lifestyle medicine and preventive health. Now we want to look at the aspect of emotional health and strength, looking at the rate at which people are dying and several others contracting this deadly virus. It is not a secret that such a scenario may now be causing a devastating toll on most people's emotional well-being. How can we stand strong in times like these?
Yes, the statistics that are surrounding us are quite depressing. Each morning you wake up, you open your WhatsApp, you read someone has died, you open your Facebook, you open the TV, the news channel, you find all these depressing statistics. And true to all pandemics that have happened in the past, they take a toll on your emotional and mental health. Several studies have been done with regards to the pandemics that have occurred in the past, even the Ebola epidemics in West Africa, all those things. They've done studies which show the correlation between pandemics and mental and emotional health. It's quite sad that on top of the new dynamics that the pandemic has brought, the lockdown issues and the issues that you cannot go and grieve. You cannot go and mourn. You cannot attend a funeral. Funerals have restrictions of 30 people. You cannot visit your loved one in the hospital. When you hear the news that the person has died, it certainly depresses an individual. So what we need to do, we have to come to terms with a new reality. COVID is here to stay. COVID is killing people. People are dying of COVID. And the new dynamics that we are in, it's difficult for us. It becomes a challenge on our mental health. So what do we have to do? We have to be resilient. We have to be strong. We have to move on. Life has to go on. Apart from the said statistics on the deaths and the infection rates, it's also the statistics of depression, which are now skyrocketing, the statistics of people who are committing suicide, which are now increasing. So do we have to die because of the pandemic twice, the infection and then the suicide and depression? No. We have to seek help. Let's normalize seeking help. When you get to a state that you can't take it anymore, seek help. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. There's nothing, even if you're in isolation, talk to friends, talk to family. Let's reach out. This lockdown has also made us to lock our love inside, that we are not reaching out to people. Let's reach out to loved ones. Let's reach out to neighbors. People are struggling. Let's reach out. And more so, as individuals, take time off from this depressing news. Take time off from opening channels which are reporting these statistics. Take time off from receiving all this news. It is also important that you take care of yourself. You exercise, you eat healthy, you stop eating junk food, you stop eating sugary foods which depress your immunity. Drink water, get enough hours of rest. It's important that you get enough hours of rest. Praying for someone. If you're someone who is in a faith community, if you're someone who believes in God, pray for other people. Take time to pray for others and tell them that you have prayed for them. It does something to someone, and they know that someone has prayed for me.
Now, looking closely at the universally recommended COVID-19 safety guidelines and regulations by the World Health Organization, or WHO, these are more of conduct behavior measures which call for maximum discipline to apply. What is your word of endorsement, especially your strong word to those who may not be taking these safety measures seriously?
Yes, I strongly endorse the WHO guidelines and regulations on COVID-19 safety. Like I started talking about choices in the beginning, the decisions that we make, the choices, yes, it's your personal choice to put on a mask. It's a personal choice to sanitize or not to go, or to go to whatever places you want, anytime you want. Those are personal choices, but they have consequences that affect everyone at large. Why I say everyone? Because if you're going to government hospitals, you are using taxpayers' money. The resources that are used to have a functional hospital are contributions from people. So now, you are careless, you say you do what you want with your health, you get infected, you go to add strain on poorly resourced hospitals, when these hospitals are supposed to focus on maternal health issues. We have women dying giving birth. We have children dying at point of birth. We have other issues. You are straining resources in poorly resourced hospitals. So the best that I can do is to adhere to these regulations. The best that I can do is to take care of my health. The best that I can do is to strengthen my immune system by doing things that are within my reach. Exercising, taking care of myself, managing my stress, reaching out when I need help. Let us be serious in following these COVID-19 regulations. These statistics are no longer just statistics that you read. They are no longer statistics that you're seeing on the news. They are statistics of people that we know that are dying. They are statistics of household figures, father figures, mother figures who are dying. So it ceases to be your personal choice when it's affecting everybody. It ceases to be your personal choice when it's using taxpayers' money to get you treated in the hospital. Take these measures seriously.
Take these measures or safety precautions seriously. The word of Dr. Alaisa Mbiriri, our guest today on The Conversation, the talk that matters, here on Mission Express. Now, Doc, tell us, what are some of the things that you can recommend in the context of preventive health, and what you advise for those infected in the context of lifestyle medicine?
The things that I recommend in the context of preventive health, one thing that we know from the fatalities, from the people who are dying from COVID-19, is those people with underlying health conditions. People who are obese, with diabetes mellitus, people with hypertension, people with different types of cancers. These are the ones who are succumbing more to COVID-19. So what does this mean? This means that we need to take care of our underlying health conditions. Apart from the issues that sanitize, mask up, do this, you need to take care of your underlying health conditions. Let me speak to people who are obese. Sometimes we think that I have my weight, it shows that I'm living well. I mean, in some countries, sometimes in an African context, the measure of a husband taking good care of your wife is by the way that woman is gaining. It shows that this woman is being taken care of. Or if someone is making more money, it's directly correlated with the weight that they put on. But let me tell you, friends, being obese is putting you at a higher risk of dying from COVID-19. Having unmanaged diabetes mellitus is putting you at a higher risk of dying from COVID-19. Having hypertension, having different types of cancers. So these chronic conditions can be managed by lifestyle medicine. Lifestyle medicine hinges on prevention, treatment, and reversal of non-communicable diseases. Things like obesity. When someone is obese, how do I know that a person is obese? We measure obesity using BMI. BMI is body mass index. How do you calculate your body mass index? Your body mass index is your weight in kgs divided by your height squared in meters. If you're someone who's 80 kilos, you take your 80 kilos and your height is 1.65, 80 divided by 1.65 times 1.65, and you get your BMI. Normal BMI should be between 18.5 to 24.9. If your BMI is above 25, between 25 to 30, you are overweight. Above 30, you are obese. How do we take care of these underlying conditions? We take care of these underlying conditions, number one, by eating a whole foods plant-based diet. A whole foods plant-based diet, it means you are eating at least 2 to 3 servings of fruits in a day. You are eating between 5 to 9 servings of vegetables in a day. One serving of a vegetable is 1 cup if it's raw and half cup if it's cooked. So you need about 5 to 9 servings. For people who are diabetic, you need to eat a high fiber diet. I mean, this whole food plant-based diet is high fiber diet, reducing sugar, reducing fat, reducing salt in our diet. These are the key things that we need to look at. Reduce salt, reduce sugar, reduce saturated fat. Your sources of saturated fat are your meat, your milk, your cheeses, your eggs. These are your sources of your saturated fat. So replacing those, I mean, it's not you are going to be to jump from a meat eater to being vegan. You can do these things in small steps. You can do a meatless Monday. You can do 1 day in a week where you are eating a whole foods plant-based diet. So you are taking these small steps to take care of your underlying conditions. You are exercising 150 minutes per week. This translates to 30 minutes at least for 5 days in a week. The 30 minutes can be broken down to 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes in the evening. Taking care of your stress. Seek out help if you are stressed. We are living in a stressful environment. Drink enough water. Sleep 7 to 9 hours in a night. This is important for you to take care of the underlying conditions. Let's take this message seriously. And to people who are already infected with COVID-19, my advice to you is take all these necessary precautions that are there. Isolate yourself, drink enough water, take enough vitamin C, take enough vitamin D. You see, we are talking about vitamin D, vitamin C. These are important supplements that you need. Take enough zinc. So if you're infected, take enough zinc, take enough vitamin D, take enough vitamin C. You also get this as supplements. You're also getting this from a whole foods plant-based diet. Eating lots of raw foods, eating lots of fruits and vegetables. This will help you to boost your immunity. And wherever possible, cut down your sugar. Sugar affects your immune system. Let me just give you an example. I know my time is up. Let me give you an example. If you are when you take one soft drink, 300 mils of Coke, of Fanta, Sprite, it has about 8 to 12 spoons of sugar. These 8 to 12 spoons of sugar, do you know what they do in your body? They suppress your immune system by 60% for 5 hours. For example, if you have 10 soldiers, your immune system are like your soldiers in your body. Those are the ones that help you to fight the virus. So if you have 10 soldiers in your body which are fighting coronavirus, the moment you take a soft drink, 6 of them get drunk for 5 hours and you remain with 4 that are fighting the coronavirus. So what it means, sugar depresses your immune system. Go off sugar. If you have coronavirus, go off sugar totally. Sugar will suppress your immune system. You want to have a robust immune system to beat this coronavirus.
Quite a mouthful of a response there, Doc. So many things we can do to avoid contracting this deadly virus, and even those important tips on how to recover suppose one is infected. We really appreciate your input, but before we close, your final words of advice regards COVID-19 and preventive health.
Coronavirus is going to be with us for long. We don't know how long it's going to end, it's going to take us, but we should continue living our lives. We should believe in God, for He tells us that the losses that you have encountered, the job that you have lost, the husband that you have lost, we still need to believe in Jesus. He knows the plans that He has for our lives. Bleak as our future may seem, but let's believe in Christ. Let's be there for each other. And by doing this, I'm sure we'll emerge victorious by the end of the day. May God bless us. Thank you. God bless you.
Many thanks to Dr. Alaisa Mbiriri of Shalom Health. She's a specialist on lifestyle medicine and preventive health. We've been discussing COVID-19 and the power of lifestyle medicine. Unfortunately, because of time, we come to the end of our show. Remember to share the podcast with your loved ones all over the world via different social media platforms. Remember to send us your views and comments on WhatsApp +263 775 308 145. My name is Willie Gwatimba, and until next time, here on Mission Express, goodbye.